and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be out and about, just like hanging out and doing some fun stuff with a friend. I think we're planning on hitting a bookstore, a little coffee cart that we have heard of recently that we both really want to try, and then maybe some other stuff that's in the area. Not really sure if we have any other set plans. We're kind of just going with the flow, doing whatever we want to do, basically. Total transparency, I have no idea what this video is gonna be. I didn't really have a plan for this week's video, and I thought that one would just kind of come to me, or I would do like a day in my life type of vlog. But with the way that this week is kind of panning out, I'm not sure that I will have like a full day to myself because of work and other obligations. So I decided that I would just start vlogging now, since I am kind of doing some stuff today, and that I would figure out what this video is gonna exactly be later. That's a problem for future me. Yeah, I'm here a little bit early, thankfully, but my friend Evie should be here any minute now, so I am going to be waiting for her until she is here, and then we'll be off on our little day. All right, I am now officially home after hanging out with Evie for a couple of hours. We walked around a new bookstore. Well, new to me. Evie's been to it a couple of times, but I had never been before, so that was really fun to explore that. We also went to this little coffee cart that is newer, or at least, again, new to me. It's called Dinoska, or like Dino SKA Cafe. This is the drink, or what remains of the drink. And I actually got two separate drinks. I got what was in this cup, which was a strawberry matcha, which was really good. Like, it had actual like strawberry preserves, or like crushed up strawberry at the bottom. It was so good. And then I also got a salted caramel latte, which was also great. And now I'm really high on caffeine, which is maybe not great, but it is what it is. But I've been home for a little while now, and if I'm being totally honest, I was crying like 5 minutes ago, like fully. And I don't really have a reason to be crying, quite frankly. Not that like I need a reason to cry necessarily, but I've just been like in a kind of weird funk, like a weird mood all day. And I don't know, the dam just broke when I got home and I started crying, and I like couldn't stop. I like don't know why I was crying. I don't know what caused it. I don't know if it's just because like I was finally home and not in public, but I don't know. It's just been a weird day, and I needed to do that, I guess. And I'm not sure if you can tell. I feel like I can tell, but like my face is still a little red, because I do mean that like basically 5 minutes ago I was crying. I just pulled it together enough to film this part of the video, because I realized that I hadn't done that yet, so obviously need to do that. But weirdly, my like breakdown kind of inspired an idea for what this video could be, because a couple of years ago, or maybe it was just last year, I saw a YouTube video from one of my favorite YouTubers that was something along the lines of like vlogging like you're on my close friends story. So it was like all the behind the scenes of stuff that went on. And honestly, with the way today kind of went, or like felt, I'm kind of feeling inspired to do that. So I'm thinking I'm going to be vlogging some like less than spectacular parts of my life, instead of just like vlogging the highlights, because I would love to be a little more honest in that way with you guys. That being said, I am now going to vlog a kind of high for me, because if you follow me on Instagram, then you'll know that I recently got tickets to Madison Beer's upcoming tour, and I am very excited for that, like very. And I think that it's gonna be so much fun. But last night, I received my vinyl from her website, and I was actually lucky enough to get a vinyl with a signed insert. So I am very excited to open this, and I wanted to make sure that I opened it in some form of video. So why not do it now to, kind of give me a serotonin boost, give myself a little something nice. It's so weird too, because like realistically, I've actually been having a really good couple of days, because in the same week that I got Madison Beer concert tickets, Harry Styles announced new music and announced that a single is going to be coming out this week. So like, I'm kind of riding a high realistically, but for some reason I'm just in such a weird mood. Like I don't want to say I'm like sad all the time, but honestly, that's kind of what it is. I like low-key am sad all the time. So it's very strange. It's very weird, but I'm trying to do whatever I can to boost my serotonin levels even a little bit. Okay, that was far more difficult than it needed to be. And now I'm like almost pissed off, but I'm going to be fine because I'm about to open the vinyl. And that's what matters. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. I kind of forgot what the cover art looked like for a second, which is insane because I've been streaming this album nonstop, but it's so beautiful. Okay, opening it up right now. Oh my gosh, I was hoping that she would use this photo somewhere in the promo for this album. I mean, she's obviously used it in the promo for this album, but in the actual vinyl, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. That's actually sick. And here's the vinyl. Oh my gosh. Wow, beautiful, nothing crazy. And then here's the signed insert. Oh my God, that's literally beautiful. I'm just so enamored by her. She is so beautiful and so effortlessly cool. Wow, I literally need to frame this somewhere. That's beautiful. Okay, yeah, that definitely improved my mood. I'm very happy that I did that. All right, so now that I am done with that, I'm kind of looking around my room, and it's a bit of a mess right now because before I went to hang out with Evie, I actually was very last minute trying to make an outfit that would be cute but would also keep me warm, and I couldn't really decide on one that was both, so I just went with cute and did pay the price for it. I did, which sucks, but it is what it is. So my room is a bit of a mess, and by a bit I mean actually a lot. But quite frankly, I think that if I try to deal with it right now, that I will start crying again. And I don't want to be doing that. I actually don't work until midday tomorrow. So I'm thinking maybe I can wake up tomorrow morning and take care of this then when I've had a good night's sleep and just been rested and can put this very weird, strange feeling that I've been having today behind me. But I also think that that means that this is all that I'm going to be filming for this vlog tonight, because I think right now what I need to do is just rot in bed, is just not have any human interaction for a couple of hours probably, and just really vegetate on my own. So I am going to get ready for bed, even though it's not even 5 o'clock yet, and probably end up going to bed early. But I'll see you tomorrow when I pick up my camera again and get a little too vulnerable. All right, so it is now the next day, and I did end up getting some pretty good sleep last night. Sorry, my dog is deciding that right now is when he wants to start walking around the kitchen and probably making a bunch of noise. So I'm just gonna wait a second to see what he does. What was I saying? I did end up getting some pretty good sleep last night. I actually did end up putting away some of my like clothes and like cleaning up my room a little bit from yesterday last night as well, because I was overwhelmed. There was a lot of stuff on my bed that I just didn't want to be sitting there for much longer. So I just went ahead and did some of it. I did not end up videoing that or vlogging that because I didn't feel like getting out my camera. So I didn't. I do still have some stuff to clean in my room. However, today I have work in like the middle of the day. Like I'll be going in around noon and I'll be there for a bit. And I don't have work tomorrow, so I'm kind of thinking that I can do all of the like cleaning and organizing stuff that I need to do tomorrow instead of today. And I can just like talk a lot today, even though I know I did a lot of that last night as well. We're just gonna talk even more about even more things. Number one being that I am going to start on breakfast pretty soon because I woke up like an hour ago and I've been doom scrolling. But whenever I don't have to go into work for a morning shift, I try to make myself some breakfast, usually like some form of scrambled eggs, because as a pescatarian, someone who only eats fish and like no other meats, I do kind of struggle sometimes with getting enough protein. So I try to get that in any way that I can. So today is January 22nd, I believe. It's a Thursday. And if you are a fan of Harry Styles that lives in the United States, then you'll know that that means new Harry Styles music is dropping today at like 7 p.m. for us East Coast girlies. And I am so excited. Like it's going to be so good. I already know. I've seen so many videos of people like reacting to the song in like the record stores and people saying that it's so good and so amazing. I actually haven't seen any videos of people being like, it's really bad, I don't like it, it doesn't sound like anything that he's done in the past. But I've heard that those videos exist. And I'm just hoping that that means that there will be less people in the Ticketmaster queue. But I think I'm gonna love it basically no matter what, because I love that man. And it's funny, I was thinking about it last night. I think I've told basically every person in my life right now that they have never seen me, never been friends with me when Harry Styles has been active, which is a little insane to think about. But in the same vein, I didn't have this YouTube channel when Harry Styles was active. I started it in like April of 2024. So I didn't really have a lot to talk about or say when it came to that, but now he's back. And quite frankly, I'm just gonna warn you, I am going to become a different person. I think that it's a positive like change personally, but I will be failing the Bechdel test because I cannot go a single day anymore without bringing him up and how excited I am for the new song and how excited I am for the new album and how excited I am for a theoretical future tour that hasn't even been announced yet. So yeah, I will be at that tour if it is the last thing I do. I will be. Yeah, that's that. I am very excited. I'm so excited. I actually like have no other words than I'm excited, but I'm so excited. I'm actually gonna go ahead and start getting out some ingredients, but we will continue talking. So what's super fun and cute is that I live on the East Coast, like I just said, and apparently there's a winter storm coming, or like a snowstorm coming, which is so fun. So great. I do feel like such a Debbie Downer whenever snow happens now, because when I was younger, obviously I loved snow. And I loved having a snow day because it meant we didn't have to go to school, or I could go outside and play in the snow. But now that I'm older, there's just like zero appeal for me because I'm not going outside. I don't really like being cold. I won't be able to go to work and make money. and I have to like stay home the whole day, which like that part isn't all that bad because I do love staying home and like reading or like doing other hobbies. But at the same time, I like to go out. I like to hang out with friends. I like to go to a cafe. I like to go to work. Like, I don't like to go to work, but I like to make money. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's just like kind of irritating, I guess, that there might be a snowstorm happening. And I've also heard that it might be like shifting more upward and maybe we won't really be getting it. That's the dream. And with this oncoming snowstorm, I think that I've realized that the reason, or at least part of the reason I'm in such a funk right now is just because it's winter. Just because it's like colder outside and it's getting darker earlier. So I'm not getting as much like sunlight as maybe I need to be getting, or I'm not going outside as much as I should because it's cold. And I think that is kind of starting to affect me mentally, which I know from like past years that like seasonal depression, winter depression is a very real thing for me. But for some reason, every time that it happens, I like don't recognize it at first. So I think it's like the end of the world as I know it. And it never is. It never is. I always get through it. And I will this year as well. Oh my gosh. Also, last night I got VIP tickets for Madison Beer, which is so exciting because she actually sold the like tickets to her show and the VIP packages separately, which was so nice and so cool. It was much easier that way, in my opinion. And now I am going to be, I think, in the second wave of VIP, which is very cool. Very, very exciting. I actually don't know if I already brought up Madison Beer tickets. Did I last night when I was talking about my vinyl? I feel like I probably did. Surely. Anyway, okay, I do have some other things that I want to talk about and discuss, but I'm also really hungry right now, and I cannot multitask when it comes to cooking and vlogging, so I'm going to step away for a second and get ready to make my breakfast. I'm actually gonna show you what I'm gonna put in my scrambled eggs because it's generally like the same thing every time. And I'm kind of proud of it because I think it's very yummy. But once I'm done with that, I'm going to step away and actually make it. This is probably the most obvious part, but obviously eggs. I'll usually put some onion and some mushrooms in there as well. Some garlic and some Parmesan cheese that I have to shred up actually. And then my secret ingredient, which if you know me, is probably not gonna really come as a shock, is soy sauce. I'm gonna get to making this now and then eat it. Obviously, I might like watch a YouTube video while I do this, but I will get back to you in just a second. All right, so I have finished making and eating my breakfast. It was very yummy. I watched a couple of YouTube videos like I thought that I would while I was doing that, which was fun. I'm like so frustrated because I have baby hairs, if you couldn't tell, and I can never get them to like be chill. Do you see that one standing up on the top of my head? Are you kidding? Anyway, also I was thinking about this while I was making my breakfast earlier and I kind of wanted to talk about it. I actually haven't had a close friend story or like a private story in like several years, I think, because I had one when I was in high school, but that was several years ago, and I have not really like used it or had one since then. What's something else I can talk about? Oh, I've been feeling like a weird 50-50 mixture of like burnout and like insane motivation and creativity when it comes to short form content recently. Like, I'll have a couple of days straight where I'm like really on the ball with like making TikToks or Instagram reels or whatever, or YouTube shorts. But then I'll have days where I literally like don't want to even open TikTok to look for ideas. And as someone who like obviously does content creation, it's hard to find that balance of like taking a step back from social media so that you're not like overwhelmed by it, but also like being on it enough that you're active and like putting out new stuff and getting likes and subscribers and followers and like that kind of thing. I do still struggle with that balance like a lot. Also, can we talk about, I know that I have already talked about Madison Beer and like getting tickets for her and her vinyl and blah, blah, blah. And then I also earlier today brought up Harry Styles because that's my husband. But can we talk about how like difficult it is to save money when you are a fangirl? Like, it's so ridiculous. I went into this year thinking like, oh, I'm going to purposely save more money and like not buy as much stuff and like just really put more money in the bank account instead of just spending it. And I was doing really well for like the first 2 weeks, and then Madison Beer announced a tour, and then Harry Styles announced an album and is also probably going to go on tour soon. And obviously I want to support like my favorite artists. So I want to like buy vinyls. I want to buy tickets. I want to buy merch. But it's so difficult to do that when I also have to budget in like daily life things like getting gas and getting food. I don't know. This sounds like such a first world problem, and I'm well aware of that, and I am so sorry, but I just needed to get that off my chest because I've been struggling with it a lot. But it is also like helping me have a little bit more self-control when it comes to like other stuff that I would normally like waste money on. And I say waste money. I don't think it's necessarily wasting money, but like I love thrifting. So I would occasionally go to thrift stores and stuff. I think like I do get in like kicks of thrifting where I'll go like once or twice or maybe even 3 times a week for a couple of weeks straight. And that's like, it's better than buying firsthand stuff, like new stuff that's just like putting out more waste into the world. But at the same time, that's still spending money. And realistically, I don't need new things. I don't. So when you think about it, actually spending money on like fangirl things, so vinyls and tour tickets, is actually saving me money in other places, so I am saving money. Okay, there's one other thing that I really want to talk about, and it is this book, Watermoon, by Samantha Soto Yambao, I think is how you pronounce that name, and how I have been struggling to get through this for literally half a month. For like several weeks now, I have been struggling with this so bad because genuinely it is like a very interesting story, and I am having a good time reading it when I'm reading it. When I'm like actively reading it, I'm having a great time, but as soon as I set it down, I'm like, this story is like dragging on and I don't feel motivated to pick it up and like keep reading it. And I'm literally 90% into this book, or almost done with this book. And I only have a little bit left. I just like don't want to pick it up. And I know that as soon as I do open it again and start reading, I will be intrigued again. But I can't get over the fact that every single time I put it down, I'm bored. I look at it and I'm like, it's a pretty cover and I wish I liked it more, but I really don't. And I'm struggling with that because I really wanted to like this book because it's so cute. It's so fun. And what's really funny is that I was telling my friend how I've been feeling about this book, and it was the friend that I actually got like inspired to read it by because she said that she had read it, and she goes, oh yeah, I kind of felt that way too. I didn't really like the ending. And I was like, why didn't you warn me? Like, why didn't you tell me? I've wasted so much time on this book, and I will continue to waste time on this book because I could DNF it, but I'm so close now that I'm feeling way too stubborn to do that. So I am going to finish it, whether I like it or not. I've also been in such a bad reading slump because of this. I started off the year kind of strong. I kept to one of my promises to myself that I would read more than one book at once. So I have Water Moon going on, and then I also over here have the Let Them theory, but I've only read 30 pages in this book because I am trying to put all of my energy into finishing this one. And also, I don't have a book sleeve big enough to put this in to kind of protect it whenever I want to take it places. So I just end up not taking it places, and it lives on my desk. I'm rambling so bad. Can you tell I really haven't had a close friend story in a while? Because this is how it used to be. I would just talk to the camera and my friends would view my story, or they wouldn't. And occasionally they would respond, and then I would DM them about it, but I haven't had that in such a long time. I usually just talk to my friends in person now. So this has been kind of therapeutic for me in a great way. I don't really have much else to talk about, and I'm kind of feeling like having a lazy morning today. So I don't know if I will vlog anymore today. I might when I get home, though I think I'm just gonna be staying in tonight, maybe hanging out with my parents, watching some TV and stuff. Oh my God, wait, no, Harry's new song comes out tonight. I will have to give my reaction to that, obviously. So I will see you later tonight. Yeah, that's it. See you later. Guys, Harry Styles announced his tour in the middle of my shift. In the middle of my shift, he announced it. I'm so excited. I could literally cry. I'm kind of taken aback a little bit almost by how it's kind of panning out, in the sense that 30 days in Madison Square Garden. What? I have never known an artist to love New York that much. Not even Taylor Swift. She loves New York. 30 days? That's insane. In all the other cities, he's only doing 2 nights. 30 days! That's literally insane. But I'm going to try so desperately to get tickets because 30 days in Madison Square Garden. And the thing is, that's the only US city he's going to. Not even LA? Not Atlanta? Not Texas? I'm in shock. I'm quite frankly in shock. On an unrelated note, my shift ended up being okay. It wasn't great, but I've also had significantly worse shifts before, so can't really complain too much. I'm heading home now. I'm probably just gonna eat some leftovers and chill. Like I said earlier, don't work tomorrow, so very happy about that, because that means that I get to dedicate the whole day to just listening to the new Harry Styles song that comes out tonight. It's literally in less than 2 hours, not less than an hour, but less than 2 hours. That's so crazy. That's so insane. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good. I am gonna love it, and I am going to win that Ticketmaster war. I will. I know I will. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I honestly could have waited until I got home to vlog about Harry announcing his tour, but I couldn't wait. I was just so excited. And that's the whole point of this vlog, right? To talk we're on a close friends story, and just you're getting to see behind the scenes, and I couldn't contain my excitement. So yeah, you got to know a little bit earlier than you might have, even though this is a YouTube video, so you don't really know what time I'm doing anything, because it's all just in the same video on the same day. But that being said, I am going to go ahead and focus on driving now, because I don't want to crash. So yeah, I'll see you when I get home. I wanted to film my reaction to the new Harry Styles song because I am so excited, but I literally completely forgot that I wanted to film. It's on Spotify, it's up. Oh my God. I completely forgot that I wanted to film until 1 minute before 7, which is when it drops in the US. And I'm so excited. I need to get earbuds so I can like have a full reaction. Oh my God. Okay, I have earbuds. I'm so scared. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good. 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 Okay. This is me before listening to Harry Styles' new song. Okay, let's do this. It's 5 minutes and 11 seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh, fun. Okay, really not what I was expecting, but I'm liking it. Oh my gosh. He said it. Oh my gosh, we belong together. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. And then a nice long outro. Oh my gosh. I don't even have the words right now. Oh my gosh. That was incredible. What? Oh my gosh. That was so much fun. Are you kidding me? We belong together. That line is in this song. That was beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was so good. This is just amazing. That was so good. That was so good. I'm literally so happy right now. Like, I cannot even begin to explain how excited I am and how happy I am that he's back. Also, the fact that this song is 5 minutes and 11 seconds long. May 11th is my birthday. Is that a sign? Is that a good sign? I think it is. I think it is, quite frankly. That's literally all I wanted to film tonight. I'm literally just going to listen to this song on repeat now and probably take a shower tonight. And then tomorrow I am probably gonna have to do some stuff around the house. Oh my God, okay, enough. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I will see you tomorrow. I'm kind of loving that, like, literally the only clips that I've gotten for this vlog so far are just me in my car and me in my room because that is the two places where I spend most of my time anyway, so it actually does make literally perfect sense. It is now the next day. I have been listening to Aperture on repeat ever since it came out. I'm deeply obsessed and absolutely love it. I think it is so good. I think it was great. And I'm so excited to hear it live. I'm literally so excited to hear it live. I don't even have the tickets yet, but I will. The reason I'm in the car is because I actually went and got some sushi. And I am now driving home to eat it. And quite frankly, I am going to have to be so frugal. Is that the right word? I'm just gonna have to be very like, God, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know if it's frugal, but I'm basically trying to say that I'm just going to need to be budgeting like crazy for the next like foreseeable future. Because a trip to anywhere right now is going to cost a lot of money, obviously, but to take a trip for a concert is gonna cost even more money, especially because earlier this week I got VIP upgrades for my Madison Beer tickets and I'm still paying that off. I'm not actually paying it off. I had the money to pay it, but like budgeting wise, I'm still trying to pay it off. And that really kind of sucks because there have been a couple of books that I've seen online recently that I've been like kind of interested in reading. And by that, I of course mean I would have to buy them because I don't actually own them yet. But you know what? This is low-key a good thing. Like I was talking about earlier, this is going to save me so much money because realistically, I have plenty of books at home. Like actually literally plenty of books. And this will also force me to look at all the books I own that I haven't read yet and be like, okay, am I ever actually going to read this or should I just go ahead and get rid of it? Because if I'm not gonna read it, then why hold on to it, right? That's at least like what I'm thinking, hoping will happen. I also said that today I would like clean my room and do some stuff around the house. And it is already well past 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I haven't done that. I've just been sitting on my phone all day, doom scrolling, or like looking into hotels and flights. Back to what I was talking about earlier, like cleaning my room and such. I do actually want to do that because I have clothes that are clean, that are dirty, just like on my floor and like on my furniture, that don't need to be there. Girl, the way that these tickets are gonna come back to bite me so quick, like I don't think I'll be able to buy stuff for the rest of the year if I get these tickets, and I will. So I literally, like, I have to budget so specifically, and I'm willing to do it. I am, because I've been meaning to do this anyway. Like, literally last week, I told myself that I needed to reach out to someone at my work to like get more hours, because I was not getting as much hours as I was used to getting. So I literally, an hour before the tour announcement even happened, I reached out to my boss and was like, hey, I don't really know why I've been like cut back on hours so much, but I would love to get back to what I had if that's at all possible. And he was like, oh yeah, for sure. I can like buff up your shifts if you want, or I can give you more shifts. And I was like, that would be great. And then an hour later, Harry's tour announcement went out. And I'm still so like gagged by that. Like, I'm so excited. I could literally scream. But yeah, I'm almost home now. I am probably gonna either watch some YouTube videos or maybe some Avatar: The Last Airbender while I'm eating my lunch, just because why not? But then genuinely, after I do that, I need to not doom scroll on Instagram or TikTok or wherever, and I need to lock in and clean my room and maybe do some chores around the house. So I guess I will see you once I am done with my lunch. So I did end up just scrolling on my phone for several hours straight. And I'm not proud of it, like even remotely, obviously, because I don't know anyone that would be. And I could let this completely derail the rest of my day, right? I could just be really upset with myself and really disappointed and not do anything else. But I'm not gonna do that, because I know that just because one thing didn't go exactly how I planned it would, or several things, that doesn't mean that I can't get the day back on track. And as frustrating as it is that I had plans to actually get stuff done today and that now I don't have as much time to do that stuff, I know that it's still possible to do in a short amount of time. So I am going to do that. I am. And I know that I'm going to do that because I have an app on my phone that will shut down literally all of my apps, will completely like prohibit me having access to them until a timer is up. And I just set it for 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this vlog up here. I hope you enjoyed kind of seeing behind the curtain when it comes to my life, because as fun as it is to just vlog like the highlights and the stuff that I think people will like really find interesting, it is kind of fun to just talk to the camera or to just ramble on about things that I'm really excited for, like Harry Styles. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!